Welcome back. I'm Professor Sajid Jamadar. Well, in the very first lecture of environment management, we saw the basic definition, the fundamentals of environment management, and we also discussed what sustainable development means to the environment management. In today's lecture, we will see in brief what sustainable development actually means, and a few will also discuss some few definitions of sustainable development. To begin, uh, you see, at the end of the last millennium, when lofty visions were as popular as talk of what mankind has accomplished and in what direction it is heading, sustainable development or sustainability became the theoretical basis and an increasingly important societal norm for human development worldwide. Since it was introduced in the global discourse in the 1980s, sustainable development has become an important buzzword in development circles and beyond. It achieved a new status with the publication of two significant reports by Brundtland on North and South, a program for survival and common crisis in 1985, and secondly, A Common Future, 1983, and has gained even greater attention since the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development held in Rio de Janeiro in June 1992. So, basically, since 1980s, sustainable development has been the talk of the world leaders. Now, we all know that the environment is constantly changing due to human activities leading to you can call soil erosion, floods, droughts, climate changes, desertification, and general degradation of the environment itself. Well, in a finite world, there are limits, and there indeed are complex environment population linkages and feedbacks. Sustainable development is therefore necessary to sustain the quality of life without exceeding environmental limits. The great surge in development and technology over the last 2 centuries has contributed to the increase in quantities of chemicals sufficient to damage natural systems on a grand scale, more often than not involving the whole world. Acid rain, desertification, destruction of species, greenhouse modification, and ozone layer depletion are well known examples of these impacts. Hence, protection of the natural ecosystem has long term benefits for human in utilitarian terms through maintenance of gene pools, biodiversity, and other potentially useful factors, and in spiritual terms through living in harmony with nature. The ecosystem's intrinsic values and rights, regardless of human needs, therefore should be taken into account apart from considering a resource to be exploited for human settlement, food, and energy production. Sustainable development, therefore, is imperative. It is defined as a pattern of social and structured economic transformation which optimizes the economic and societal benefits available in the present without jeopardizing the likely potential for similar benefits in the future. Hence, we can say the primary goal of sustainable development is to achieve a reasonable and equitably distributed level of economic well being that can be perpetuated continuously for many human generations to come. This therefore implies using natural resources in a renewable manner that does not eliminate or degrade them or diminish their usefulness for future generations. It further implies using non renewable mineral resources in a manner that does not unnecessarily preclude easy access to them by future generations. So, this basic need, or you can say the basic structure of development, why it is so important for the environment management and the human race as a whole. Now, to define sustainable development, you see, depend if we can conclude from the above, there are number of definitions we can have on sustainable development, and these definitions will definitely be according to the beneficiary. But as far as our syllabus is concerned, we will define sustainable development as an approach to the economic development of a country without compromising with the quality of the environment for the future generations. Well, this definition, it goes for everyone. Like if you're into the production, if you're into governments, if you're into NGOs and or so on. Then secondly, we can define it as in the name of economic development, the price of environmental damage is paid in the form of land degradation, soil erosion, air and water pollution, deforestation, etc. This damage may surpass the advantages of having more quality output of goods and services. So basically, if you see, sustainable development is a development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs rather. And therefore, the primary objective of sustainable development is to reduce the absolute poverty of the world's poor through providing lasting and secure livelihoods that minimize resource depletion. This is very important. Minimize resource depletion. Next is environmental degradation, cultural disruption, and social instability. Thus, the doctrine of sustainability provides a mechanism for developments to occur in harmony with environmental protection and enhancement. It presents a challenge to technologies to manage construction and manufacturing procedures so as to cause no net environmental harm and to preserve environmental resources for the future generations. Now, how sustainability works? You see, sustainability encourages businesses to frame decisions in terms of environmental, social, and human impact for the long term rather than on short term gains such as next quarter's earnings reports. It influences them to consider more factors than simply the immediate profit or loss involved. Increasingly, companies have issued sustainability goals such as commitment to zero waste packaging by a certain year or to reduce overall emissions by a certain percentage. These companies can achieve their sustainability needs by cutting emissions, lowering the energy usage, sourcing products from fair trade organizations, and ensuring the physical waste is disposed of properly and with as small a carbon footprint as possible. Now, the basic objectives of sustainable development are social equity, economic viability, and environmental protection. And these are all interconnected. You cannot separate any entity from the other. Next is pillars of sustainable development. You see, uh, there are basically four pillars of sustainable development: social, human, economic, and environmental. You see, the term sustainability is broadly used to indicate programs, initiatives, and actions aimed at the preservation of a particular resource. However, it actually refers to four distinct areas: human, social, economic, and environmental, known as four pillars of sustainability. Now, we will be seeing each pillar in brief. First, to begin with human sustainability. The human sustainability pillar aims to maintain and improve the human capital in society. Investments in the health and education systems, access to services, nutrition, knowledge, and skills are all programs under the umbrella of human sustainability. Natural resources, natural resources and spaces available are limited, and there is a need to balance continual growth with improvements to health and achieving economic well-being for everyone. In the context of business, an organization will view itself as a member of society and promote business values that respect human capital. Human sustainability focuses on the importance of everyone directly or indirectly involved in the making of products or provision of services or broader stakeholders. Then social sustainability aims to preserve social capital by investing and creating services that constitute the framework of a society. The concept accommodates a larger view of the world in relation to communities, cultures, and globalization. It means to preserve future generations and to acknowledge that we do can have an impact on others and on the world. Social sustainability focuses on maintaining and improving social quality with concepts such as cohesion, reciprocity, and honesty and importance of relationship amongst people. Then economic sustainability, it aims to maintain the capital intact. If social sustainability focuses on improving social equality, economic sustainability aims to improve the standard of living. In the context of business, it refers to efficient use of assets to maintain company profitability, company prof- profitability over time. You see, maintaining high and state levels of economic growth is one of the key objectives of sustainable development. Abandoning economic growth is not an option, but sustainable development is more than just economic growth. The quality of growth matters as well as the quality of growth matters as well as the quantity. Lastly, but not the least, the environmental sustainability. Environmental sustainability aims to improve human welfare through the protection of natural capital, that is land, air, water, minerals, and etc. Initiatives and programs are defined environmentally sustainable when they ensure that the needs of the population are met without the risk of compromising the needs of future generations. Environmental sustainability, as described by Dunphy Benveniste, Griffiths and Sutton in 2000, places emphasizes on how business can achieve positive economic outcomes without doing any harm in the long or short term to the environment. You see, the principle of four pillars of sustainability states that for complete sustainability problems to be solved in relation to all four pillars of sustainability and then need to be maintained. Although in some cases this may overlap, it is important to identify the specific type of green business to focus on, as the four types present unique characteristics. Businesses need to make a strategic decision about it so as to effectively incorporate the chosen approach into their policies and procedures. So these are basically definitions and fundamentals and the working pillars of sustainable development. And these are some goals basically of sustainable development, like no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, and so on. And fine, so we'll end lecture here, and in the next lecture we will see the importance of sustainable development, and we will then conclude what sustainable development is. Okay, thank you for listening me.